Yeah. I would like to welcome you all out to the Interpretation Podcast hosted by Giz Money. You already know what it is. Today, we're talking and discussing Offset and Lil Tjay. I'm about to dive in. All right, so I guess a couple years back, or maybe even a year or two, I'm not sure on the exact timeline, but I know Offset and Lil Tjay had an issue. Lil Tjay was on a live stream and decided to talk about Offset and his gambling debts. And if you haven't heard it, this is the audio. Check this out.
It's Offset. Offset broke. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all the stream too. That broke. That pop. I'll tell y'all a true story. I ain't got nothing to do with that shit in the casino. He was pop. He was panicking. He was asking random people for cash apps. He was broke. I don't know what happened. Nobody was answering his phone call. He popped, trying to run up, chasing. Must got a gambling addiction. And the says, yo, he just popped. He calling for cash apps in front of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. The first 5 I offered, I'm like, yo, you pop. You waiting for some bread? Waiting for my money. I swung that 5. You know how I get. He gets popped. Not us two dicing each other. He gets popped straight to the casino. Goes nap. He get another loan from somebody else for like 2 bands. I don't even take my loan. I'm like, that's Offset. I'm good on my money. I'm worried about this. I got mad, bro. I definitely run off for 5 bands. He pops for the next band. He get 2 bands. He get a band from a random lady. I swear to God, I don't know who the she was. He's like, yo, thanks, ma. He pops that. Throw another 5. So I see like 13 bands in loans. I don't know who got paid back that day. You feel me? Bro, words of my mother, this ducked me for so long, boy. And mind you, I'm 23, and this is Raindrop, Drop Top, Cardi B husband. And I'm only talking crazy because he was talking crazy. Like, why? He was talking crazy to me over my bread. I still go hard. And I beat him up on his birthday, but I'm not even, you feel me? Gangsta, I was too, you know what it is? I'm that good type of like, I'm gonna give you a little bit of me. I was too sturdy, you heard? Like, it was like I couldn't even do that time, fo. And Cardi B walked in the spot, I was like, yo, I couldn't even address it because my so aggressive sometimes that if he say something crazy, you won't even know he.
Okay, so now after y'all seen the audio, and y'all seen everything was taking place, and you heard the audio, Offset didn't like that. He took to Instagram and TikTok, and he threatened Lil Tjay to all fights. I'll pull up, meet me in New York. So, fast forward, we get this story. Allegedly, Lil Tjay pop Offset and in front of a casino in Florida. I was sitting here thinking, I want to thank these rappers for giving us a lot of content and keeping my channel up and running because politics was running dry for me. But with that being said, these niggas got to be the stupid. I just don't get it. All right, how are you this accessible? And how did Lil Tjay even bump into you? And I came up with a couple scenarios in my mind. I said they must have seen him on the gram somewhere, dropped the low. Lil Tjay pulls up on him, I guess, to handle his business. And I guess from what I'm hearing from multiple sources, the Whack 100s, all these different outlets, a lot of people are saying that Lil Tjay came over there for a fight and got washed up and then pewed him in his butt. And it was kind of crazy. So I want to try to see this. Watch the footage they have.
Shot a guy. The guy they shot. Oh my god. Oh, are you tasing? Are you tasing now? Everyone keep moving.
I'm down the street. I'm doing video right now.
Following the shooting, Offset was photographed today, April 7, 2026, smoking a cigarette in a wheelchair outside the hospital, accompanied by his mother and a hospital employee. His representatives confirm he is stable and being closely monitored. Seminole police detained 2 individuals shortly after the shooting. Rapper Lil Tjay was subsequently arrested and charged with disorderly conduct in connection with the incident. Reports suggest the altercation began as a fight. Rapper Offset is in stable condition after being shot in the leg on Monday, April 6, 2026. Outside the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. The incident occurred around 7 p.m. in the casino's valet area. Offset sustained non-life-threatening injuries and was transported to Memorial Regional Hospital.
You see, I had to throw Offset in there. Yeah, so after you watch that footage, you see Offset sitting out the hospital. Offset said, he ain't even really speak on it. It was Lil Tjay when he bailed out, and he's talking about, yeah, yo, shut up. You have a lawyer, bro. I don't get you rappers. Your lawyer came out and was speaking for you. What you do, the first thing you come out, you like, yo, we got into it. Watch this.
Offset owe you money?
I don't do no damn
Hey
fighting.
man, you just want to tell us what happened?
Did I shoot Offset? It's crazy.
They're saying you were disorderly.
Did
Outside
he
the
put his
casino,
hands
a
on
fight
you
near the
first?
valet.
Smack the out of Offset. He would never play with me like that in his life.
Does somebody owe you money?
Ask Offset.
He owe you money?
Ask Offset.
Do you have issues with Offset?
I don't know. What happened?
He's in the hospital right now, but he's okay.
The last thing I seen was Offset looking at me like this. Yo, that shot me. That shot me. La la la. A rat, cat, weirdos. Got in a good ass interview. I'm walking in my car like.
What started the fight?
I don't know. You know.
Were they after you?
TJ's innocent all day.
Nobody want to touch me. You know what happened last? Touch me. You know what happened? Touch me.
What happened?
I don't even know. Ask Google. Who else is involved? Damn.
Did you ever say if you didn't get your money, you'd get it back in blood?
Yo, don't say nothing, bro. Take it easy, brother.
So after you watch that, you understand that the clout is more important than taking care of yourself. I think this situation should have been handled totally different. I know I always say that. It could be handled differently because I'm a logical person. I always think things can be handled differently. And personally, I think it could have been handled differently. But then again, principle is everything. And I understand that. You owe me 10 bands. I owe niggas money before. And I know if they see me, it ain't even about the money no more. This shit is all principle. I respect it and I understand it. So that means I have to hold my shit down. And I think Offset held it down. Young boy probably had to handle his business. I ain't mad at none of them in this situation. Because this situation was beyond music at this point. This ain't got nothing to do with being a rapper. This is just pure principle of men and men holding their word. And I understand this. And TJ stood on it. He was like, fuck it, when I see you, because I ain't gonna lie, one of the funniest shits is Offset told that nigga, you better come get it in blood. And I said, oh, he on his bullshit. And they say Offset is a degenerate gambler. And obviously, these guys both must be degenerate gamblers if y'all keep bumping into each other in casinos. How? I don't even bump into my friends in the grocery store, and you keep bumping into your enemy at a casino. But at the time, he wasn't a casino. He swears it up and down. Offset was broke. And I'll be honest with you, Offset has been moving not like a rich rapper. You had the girl come out and out him. Selena, I don't know her name. I don't really keep up with these people. But Selena something, I guess she's like a big 304, so I'm not really sure who this girl is, but she was like, he beat her on some bread. And I'll tell you this, just because a nigga beat a female on some bread don't mean he broke. I'm gonna keep it real with you, and that's what niggas don't be wanting. I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud. It's 305, had a couple dollars. Man, I call that pimping at its finest. I call that P at its finest level. Fuck it. Why come out of my pocket when you got it and you gonna give it to me? And I'm keeping. I ain't giving that back. You already know how that shit is. Niggas is streets. Only on the street, nigga. You gotta respect it. But this situation, I'm not even treading lightly on this shit because I think the shit is kind of fucking great because you're just giving me content, and I just don't get it. In a way, I ain't gonna say I don't get it when I really do get it, and I understand that this shit was solely probably based on principle. I just want Lil Tjay to be quiet. Yo, bro, don't go to jail. And I don't know the complaint. I haven't seen nothing. Everything I'm saying is solely based on social media. None of this shit can be fact. Disclaimer. I have to throw that out there. Everything I'm saying is allegedly. And all I did was get the same information you got. And my whole thing is, we have to come to some point in society or just in our community that we gotta chill. But this ain't one of them moments. This was just two people that probably had smoke, and when they finally crossed paths, this happened. And from what they saying Offset washed TJ up and shit went left. And I don't even know what to say. This is so hard to like point fingers at somebody, which I don't want to do. Because, at the end of the day, if a man owe you money, man, you're going to get it back how you want it. And then they tell you take it in blood, man. That shit changed the whole spectrum of the whole situation. And once that happens, man, that shit gets to something real nasty right there. And this is a prime example where you get nasty work. Nasty work. TJ's out, made bail. His bail wasn't high. I don't even think they even charged him with a shooting, honestly, because it's all allegedly. And then they took around saying Offset snitch. What I thought was funny, little TJ gonna come out and say, yeah. It's like after the fight, he's like, yeah, nigga said, yo, he shot me. I'm not laughing, but that shit's hilarious. Because I think about it. How many of us in that situation, what would your reaction be? I can't tell you because I haven't been wounded of that magnitude. You know what I'm saying? But to that be your first thing you do, like he should have shot me. It's like I was like, I can't. It's not funny. This shit is not funny. But at the end of the day, I was saying if he did, will the hip hop community shun him? Will we be like F Offset? But I don't think he's gonna do that because of all the heightened snitching that's going on in the industry in the last years. And with that being said, y'all throw that word snitch around too loosely. Let's get the facts, let's get the truth, and then we put it out there. And that's all I really got to say, man. I ain't really gonna do too much on this video because it's really hard for me to really touch on things because the only thing I really want to say is like, you gotta move better, man. You gotta move better. But it's hard to say moving better. He probably thought he was moving better. The number one question we need to ask is, how did they bump heads in Florida at a casino? That's the number one question. That's all I'm saying. You already know what it is. Hit the like, subscribe, and the share button. Pump that hype up for your boy. It's the Interpretation Podcast. I will be back. Holla at y'all later. One.